Welcome to my TED Talk. So first of all, I would like to clarify I am no world champion. I'm just Asian champion and EFL category. So just for the clarification purpose. Okay. So today I will be talking about my debating journey and what I have gone through and what I have seen in the last 10 years. I've been debating for almost 10 years now, and the ups and downs of it and the journey to overcome the language barrier, because most of us here talk in Bangla, is our primary language. Then you have to go for and debate in English in order to win. So I'll talk about through all the possible journey. So it all started back in 2016 when I was studying in the classroom. I was very nerdy back then, and then suddenly some people came into the class and asked if I want to join debate club or not. I was like, okay, let's give it a shot. I don't know what it is, I don't know how it feels, but let's try to go there and see what happens. I joined the debate club. I went to the first round of the tournament, the intra-tournament that happens in between there. And when I sat there, the first speech that I was supposed to give, I got very nervous because understandably I forgot the motion. I don't know how it happened, but I forgot the motion. So I stood up there for a minute. Then I just got the flow and gave somehow a speech. But what it made me feel like is that, okay, I can talk fine, and probably I can convince people that what I am trying to say. That made me interested into continue debating. So I basically started debating in national level competitions from 2017. In 2017, I did my first national competition with my school team next. I got knocked out from the second round. Very unfortunate, but I think it was fair enough. Afterwards, moving forward, then I moved forward and I made it to the quarterfinal in my second tournament, which is quite a big deal back at the time, and everyone was so happy. Oh my god, class 7 kids have made it to the quarterfinals. And that gave me quite a lot of motivation. Oh shit, we are good probably, so I can probably make it happen, and I can probably win some tournaments for my club. But the problem out there is that oftentimes good thing takes time, and we believe that whatever we'll do will happen immediately. But whenever you want to do anything, there are good things which happens, and that takes and requires time. From 2017 to 2019, I lost quarterfinal, semi-final of 13 competitions. 13. And I didn't make it to the final of one single competition. And we were devastated as a team that, oh, whatever we're doing, we are not being able to make it to the final. But then in 2019 December, I remember I did a competition in Samsul School, that is in the other part of Dhaka, back in Damra, and we won the competition. And that was quite a big deal for us. Like, my teammate was crying because understandably we at least made it happen. After, when we won the tournament, that gave us the flow that we needed. That gave us the trigger that we needed. And then we almost won 10 trophies for the club in 13 to 14 tournaments in between next. What it does is that it says, if you oftentimes good things happen, but it requires some time, and eventually in those situations we move forward and we did well. But the thing is that the problem about debaters are that they're oftentimes so much hungry. When they win national competition, they want to do well in English competition. Then they want to do well in international competition. So just as like other debaters, I wanted to do well in English debate competition as well. But as I said, I am from a very average Bangla-medium school, and my school is top-notch though, Gucci Government Boys High School, but we all understand Bangla there, so there is no English debating, understandably there is no English debating circuit there. So what we had to do, in order to shift to English debating, was really tough for me. Because when I first gave my English speech, I could only speak for 1 minute, and I don't know what I said, because all I said didn't make any sense in English, I'm quite sure. Then what I had to do is that I had to go through a lot to make sure that I can actually talk in English. For everyone's purpose, I also got into an English coaching center where they teach you how to talk in English. Obviously that didn't help because we all know that how this coaching English works. It doesn't help you. But understandably, I tried a lot. I made my dream a passion in me and a routine of mine. I saw movies that are in English. I saw series that are in English. I read English articles. I read English newspapers. All of the things just to be sure that I can speak in English. And then, somewhat after some time, in a year or two, I could actually like speak 7 minutes or 8 minutes in English. That was like quite a fine deal for me back then. But after when I made it to the level that where I can English take it to speak in English, then my purpose was to go forward and do well in debates as well. Implement that in debates and eventually do something that can make sure that I can I'm doing well for the country. And just like every debater in Bangladesh, it was my dream to represent Team Bangladesh in World Schools Debating Championship. But the problem is that oftentimes how hard you work, it doesn't work out for you. And I think it's fine because oftentimes hard work doesn't guarantee you success, right? I worked quite hard for making it to Team Bangladesh, but in my first attempt, I made it to the national camp, and then I got knocked out because understandably my SSC exam was going on and I prioritized my SSC over getting into Team Bangladesh. In the second attempt, I didn't even made it to the national camp. This was a tournament that happened in 2021 in UADC Worlds. My team and I did perform really bad, or whatever happened, we don't know. But we didn't even made it to the. I didn't even made it to the national camp, and it was quite a heartbreak for me because I used to be a good debater back then, fine debater who can actually made it through the top 15 of the country or top 20 of the country. Like the top 25 debaters were taken out of the tournament, and I was not in the top 25 list, and that made that broke my heart quite badly. And I was like, okay, probably it's not happening for me. Probably I'm not good enough. Probably it's not working out for me. But the problem oftentimes that is around us is that we always focus on the negative things. We don't focus on the positive things. If I look back into my college debating journey, I won 5 national tournaments back to back, and which was quite a big deal for that time. But the problem is that I didn't care because all of my passion was related to getting into Team Bangladesh, and when I didn't make it to, it was quite heartbreaking for me. Then I decided, okay, probably it's not happening. Let's take a pause. Let's restart. I took a pause from debating. I didn't debate for almost a year or half because I was preparing for my admission. I had other priorities in my life, and I thought that probably focusing on those things makes more sense. When I got into university, I got into BUB, where all luckily there are a lot of good debaters in BUB, so we have a good bunch of debaters out there in BUB. When I got into BUB, luckily again, everything started to click out. I started winning competition. We won multiple IB tournaments consecutively. We won Daffodil IB, we won BUIB, we won BUPIB. All the tournaments we won. And I was like, okay, probably it's clicking again for me, and probably I'm doing fine. Then the tournament, and obviously when you're a debater, we're international debater, we know that when the majors are coming and when the main tournaments of the Asia, main tournaments of the world are coming. And when we saw the date of UADC, we were like, okay, let's give it a shot and let's try what we can do in the international level as well. Before UADC, for the last 2 months before UADC, we prepped so hard. We did almost 40 spurs, we did take so many sessions, we did all the possible drills that we can do, and we put all of our efforts in the UADC. And we were like, okay, let's give it a try. I'm going abroad for the first time in my life. Probably if I don't make it to the final, or probably if I don't win the competition, that's fine. I can just go abroad and have fun. But sometimes the stars align, sometimes your luck works for you, right? And in the competition, we somehow managed to become the EFL champion of Asia. That's quite a big deal because understandably, for me, I was able to hold my flag and hold and represent my country in the biggest stage of Asia. And always, it was my dream to actually represent my nation at the biggest stage of world. I couldn't make it in the WADC, but I made it in the UADC. The thing that I want to say is that it's just a beginning. I won UADC, but I want to win more. And I think the hunger actually keeps you much more awake. Dream oftentimes hurts, but this is what makes us human. This is what makes us live our life, right? So, I probably want to win more. Probably I'll be able to, probably I don't want to able to. But the moment in time you pause your hunger is the moment you actually stop working for it and you stop achieving it. One thing I would like to say last And I'm a big Novak Djokovic fan as I follow tennis. One thing he said after a game in a post-match commentary.